Director's Reflections for February 4th of 2024. The written press becomes invisible. In the same week, I walk along the large avenues of three European cities, Madrid, Berlin, and Vienna, and I did not see, as before, the large and attractive magazine and newspaper kiosk. A fairly unmistakable sign of a reality that hits us is the accelerated invisibility of written media on paper, the result of a decline in advertising and subscriptions. Last year, I was able to realize the seriousness of the phenomenon. Also, being in those same capitals, not only because of the news that reported on the transformation of printed newspapers into digital ones, but also because the limited display of paper copies on the stalls that previously they were their altars on public roads. On a flight from Vienna to Madrid, only one passenger, a traditional reader whose gray hair gave him away, read the oldest newspaper in Austria, which closed its more than 130 years old edition a few days later. This time, on a flight between Berlin and Vienna, I found only one copy of the Tagesspiel that the reader left in the rubbish of his seat bag and recovered it for my collection of relics of iconic European media. In this kind of forced entry into clandestine bubble, printed newspapers fight to avoid it through a triple effort of financial support, greater quality and depth of their content in the midst of so much false, manipulated, or inaccurate information, and new forms to create more lasting user niches. The first response has been to print its legacy, that is, its best heritage, to digital versions by showing its original printed designs that live in the memory of its former users. It is the hybrid model that allows digital news models to be harmoniously combined with analysis content, reports, and other products of the so-called slow journalism, which is helping them to cushion and stop losing less due to the effect of digitalization. Although they are not visible in the kiosk or through the now defunct proclamation vendors, or are not even familiar in the waiting rooms of airports and other places where the public goes, the centuries-old footprints of this media, loaded with history, is still somewhat alive on digital platforms. And this is, for the moment, guarantees them that the time of requiem has not yet arrived and that there are still spaces, if cultivated appropriately, for the printed versions to preserve the essences of professional and quality journalism, which little by little it has been lost in the spirals of the increasingly changing digital ecosystem. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.